Intro. We just talked for another 2 hours on a different podcast. So talking is hard.
Talking is difficult.
It's a good thing this is an audio only medium.
It's a good thing.
we got a good one about Hollywood coming to you. But
It's informative.
it is informative, but that's not what this is. This is something else.
This is not. I was going to say it was also very personal. This is not informative, or personal.
What, this intro?
Whatever it is you and I are doing right now.
It's not great. At least the episode doesn't suck.
No, the episode's great.
We recorded it on a different day, and when it was the only thing we did. So, we were sharp.
It's on point.
Prepared.
Not now.
Clear. And surprisingly easy to masturbate to.
Wow. What is that from?
The Jim Downey Norm joke.
Okay, right.
About the Alien Penthouse magazine.
Right.
The pictures are sharp, clear, and surprisingly easy to masturbate to. If you want to hear a good podcast, go listen to Jim Downey on Conan.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Anyway,
Hey,
so what do we have going on? I don't know, man. It snowed like a foot.
I mean, it's just snowpocalypse, as they say.
It's fine. It sucks, but it's fine. It's not ice. A bunch of people got ice.
Yeah.
You might be stuck inside.
I ran out of power briefly, but that was fine.
You ran out of it? You used it all up?
I used it up. It's like, man, I got to get better with my power usage.
You should have rationed your power better.
No, Duke broke my power.
Yeah, that's really ridiculous.
Yeah, it was 0 degrees.
But didn't they, plan to break it, basically?
Something broke doing some street work of some
sort.
sort.
Right, so it's their fault.
Yeah, so they were like...
It wasn't
hey,
just that it was cold and, there was a storm. It was like, hey, we fucked up your power,
it was preemptive.
and now there's a storm.
I got text. It was like, hey, in a couple of days, there's going to be the worst snowstorm. You're not going to have power for some of that.
So, we're your energy company.
So, yeah.
This is also the energy company that undercharged many people and then made them pay them back. So, one month I had, almost an $1,000 energy bill.
Yeah, monopolies are awesome, aren't they?
Yeah, and they were just like, sorry. It's fucking stupid.
I'm just a corporation.
Oh, God. Okay, what do we have? What do I want to talk about? We're about to have some new stuff come out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Can't yet.
Oh, shit.
You got to see it. But there will be things that match. We're going to have some cool things coming up that I don't want to discuss.
Are these things
You're too far from the mic.
Are these things to wear?
Some.
Is this what you're talking about?
Some are to wear, some are not.
Some are just to look at?
Some are to have, they're items.
Some to eat?
No, nothing to eat.
Okay.
But we have a couple interesting projects in the works right now. I'll talk about one, because I ordered it. We got a couple skateboard decks.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
With our shit on them.
I like that.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, they will be cool. You can use them. You can hang them on a wall. Doesn't matter. We'll also have some other things. I don't want to talk about them because
other
sometimes
things that are secret.
Those other things, I don't know, they might not pan out. So if they don't pan out, I don't want to be like, we're going to have this and then never do it.
Actually, for someone who operates the way you do, that's probably for the best.
What do you mean?
Because, you're a gung-ho, go-fast kind of guy. Sometimes if you plan it out too much, you're going to lose stuff in the process.
Yeah, so sometimes, you have an idea and it just doesn't.
They can't all be winners.
There's been a couple things I've been like, it's a great idea, and then I do the first steps, then I get to the point where I have to make it, and I go, oh, this isn't even possible.
Yeah.
Sick. Should have checked into that. It doesn't matter. There's, it's the middle of winter, but there's some bike shows and events that are coming up.
That seems crazy.
I want to talk a little bit of shit. I saw a video from an event in California.
Saw a lot of familiar faces.
And I saw a lot of people that I just got real annoyed at.
Because they
pretend. These are not the familiar faces, I want to clarify. Those people are fine. Partially because I know they actually know how to work on a motorcycle. You know what I mean?
This is a video of a bike show.
It's a video of a bike show where none of the bikes run.
None of the bikes run?
Probably. I don't know. It's California bullshit. There's a lot of people dressing up for Instagram. And, looking like they're subplaying. They're cosplaying the subculture.
Cosplaying a subculture,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's very silly. There's there was one guy in there that 3 different people, including myself, picked out as being just dog shit.
That was pretty funny.
You looked
that poor guy.
like such a dick.
Sorry to you if you're out there.
If you're listening to this,
Like, man, I love
you
those.
look like an asshole.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But if you want to go to some stuff that's not that, you should check
Just gonna
out.
take a shit on one thing and then throw you another.
Yeah, you should check out Party at the Pen. I enjoy that.
It's definitely not dog shit.
No, and many of the bikes do run.
Some all of them though.
Yeah, not all of them.
You
But-
don't like that.
I don't like that, but I do like the event. It's a good time. And
It
it's-
also happens in the summer. I like that
yeah,
about
it's June 6th and 7th.
it. Yeah, that's it.
We have an
better
episode with Luke Morris from Party at the Pen, I don't know, from like 2 months ago, that we get way more into that.
Do go pretty into that in depth.
Yeah, in July, if you're in the Northeast, there's a show called Idle Hands. It's
Okay.
done by the Low Life podcast guys.
All right.
We're gonna have like a little episode of them talking about it coming out.
Okay.
And then in October, my personal favorite is Germantown Hoedown.
That's gonna be a good one.
3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, whatever the weekend of that is.
Yeah.
That is in Maysville, Germantown, Kentucky. All of those bikes that are there run.
That's right.
Every single one, because people rode them there. So it's a fun time. It's a good weekend. It's very old school in terms of bike events and how they're set up.
It's a great event.
That would be a good one to check out. Check them out on Instagram. Check out all these on Instagram.
And if October seems like it's too far away, it sneaks up on you.
It does.
As we learned last year.
That's you weren't there for that joke, but it's funny. Isn't it great when people tell like inside jokes that you were not privy to?
I was just sharing it with the guests.
No,
the
I
listeners.
enjoyed it. But there's like 4 people in the world that know what that means.
And they're bricked up right now.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So we got a bunch of that.
Got
a bunch of stuff, man.
Stuff and things.
Once it gets to be warmer, it'll be a lot more fun. But anyway, this is an episode with Andy Thomas, who just put out his debut record. It was produced by Dave Schools from Widespread Panic,
Mm-hmm.
and he was wearing one of our shirts in a picture that they posted for the promo of this album. Just want to point that out.
Would you like everyone to know that Dave Schools was wearing one of your shirts?
I just said it.
All right.
It was a Dead shirt I made a while ago. But this album by Andy Thomas is called Highway Junkie. It is out now. It is a rock and roll record. Would you put it that way?
I would say it's a rockin' record. Yeah.
Awesome. He'll be, you can check out his tour dates. That'll be announced. He's playing Florida coming up, so if you're in Florida, go check that out. But you can look into his tour dates on his socials and his website. What are you laughing at?
I just forgot all that, and you remembered it very nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know how?
Nope.
It's on the boss.
It's a good thing you've got the memory for it. Then.
No, this is my secret. Before we do an intro for a musician, I go to their Instagram and see if they have tour dates published. And then I go, oh, Florida, we'll bring that up.
It's a very good move. It's a very good move.
Yeah, it's fucking classy. This is why the PR people reach out to me. This and this mess intro.
And all the editing.
And all the editing. But yeah, you can see more of him on his socials and his website. You can find his website on his Instagram. You can also listen to the record wherever you get your records.
Yeah, do that.
Here's the episode.
Here it is.
I'm your black cat baby, your bad luck creeping around the bend.
Okay, so now it's being recorded. Yeah, thanks for moving the day that we did this. We had a bunch of snow.
Yeah.
Man, I do not do snow.
I don't love it. It's still around. Where do you live?
Boynton Beach, Florida, South Florida.
Okay,
All
so
right.
yeah.
You don't do snow.
No, not anymore. I grew up in Virginia, and actually my sister just texted our family group chat today. First snow, and like her kitten's paws in it. I was just like, I was like, no, thank you.
Where in Virginia did you grow up?
Goochland County, just outside of Richmond.
Okay, I grew up in D.C. and my dad lived in Fredericksburg.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah,
I always have to ask.
I went to school out in Goochland, and then I lived down in like around the Fan in Richmond for probably a decade or so after that.
I've
Uh,
been to Richmond exactly one time, even though we were that close.
yeah,
Only it was for a wedding. It seemed cool. I don't know. I don't know that much about Richmond, Virginia, honestly.
yeah, it is cool. I mean, it was a good place to grow up. I just had to get south.
Yeah, did you start playing music there?
I did, yeah. Yeah, I started playing music when I was like 10. My,
Okay.
my dad always played for fun and had a Strat around the house, and he'd play along. He didn't really have a band or anything. He just like kind of played along with like Eric Clapton and Stevie Ray Vaughan the
Yeah.
best he could, and I always thought it was cool. So I think I was in like third grade. I like sparked the interest. I was like, man, I really want to play. So I like saved up some kind of whatever was coming in at that time, birthday money or I don't know, something like that, and bought a real cheap Yamaha Strat. Realized I couldn't play a note. I threw that and my little pig nose amp in the back of my closet. I was like, oh well, you know, wasn't for me. And then I think like in fifth grade, I saw some buddies play like our talent show, and I was like, "Fuck, man, I really want to do that." So I like pulled it back out, and I was like, I just after school started like, I was like, "Dad, let's play guitar. Let's play guitar." And then basically just like stole all his like Skinnerd and Stevie Ray Vaughan
Right.
and Clapton albums, and just like every day after school was just like huge 90s headphones into the receiver. I could hear the record playing back to me. So it was like it was fairly quiet, but I was just like learning everything that I could.
So were those your dad's records? I'm always interested in like what people grew up listening to because it affects them as adults. Uh, so what were your parents into, and is that why you're playing what you're playing?
Yeah. I mean, that music always stuck with me. I mean, for the most part, it was Skinner, One More from the Road. It was the first Stones I heard was Love You Live.
Hmm.
Um, so it was like all these live versions of like my favorite artists. It was Stevie Ray Vaughan, Clapton, Frampton, um, just like a lot of the Southern rock and blues stuff. And in the car, my parents had well, maybe three CDs. It was Travis Tritt Trouble,
Okay.
Dixie Chicks, Wide Open Spaces, and what was and then that were like that was like both of their car CDs, and then did like Compromise on Garth Brooks.
Nice.
Fantastic. That One More for the Road record is fucking incredible.
Dude, it was the first life changing record for me for sure. I was like
Like
going to school listening to that, like Needle and the Spoon from that album, and I'm just like, man, this song fucks. I don't know. Just like all day at school, I'm like, I gotta figure this out when I get home. And I
yeah,
just like
man.
it's such a good building block for like a guitar player because it's like you got the like three killer guitar players to learn from. I'm
Yeah.
like picking up the Strat, learning the Ed King, Steve Gaines stuff. Then I'm like picking up the Les Paul, learning the Gary stuff, and then of course it wasn't too long before I needed an Explorer. So, I was learning all the Alan Collins stuff, and it's like getting so much education from one band, but like three monster players. It was
Yeah.
sick.
Well, they also like you can hear how cool of a band that is through the record. You know what I mean? Like just the
Hmm.
shit they're saying,
Mhm.
just the vibe of like that T for Texas when he
Yeah.
introduces Steve Gaines and he's like, we'll show you how an Okie plays or something like
Yeah,
that.
on you.
Like,
Yeah, yeah. Even all those like the stage banners just like stuck in my head. It's like, let's do some old home. And
Yeah.
yeah, dude, Ronnie Van Zant is
was a fox and a forest
interesting.
fire. Yeah, I love it all.
Well, that dude, like, I get interested by certain leading dudes, right? Because like Mick Jagger, you look at him and you're like perfect front man, But then you look at like Ozzy Osbourne or
Right.
Ronnie Van Zant, and you're like,
How did they do it?
I don't know. Like on paper, you're not a particularly great front man. You know, you're not like crazy energy.
But you're amazing.
You don't have like the best voice in the world. It's a good voice, but it's not the best.
Right.
You know,
You're not the best looking.
yeah, you're not the
you
best
know?
looking dude alive. But for some reason, whatever they had going on sold the entire package of the band.
Totally.
Definitely.
You know, and that's frontmen confuse me.
I mean, I think, you know, the songwriting plays a big part. And then, I mean, both of those guys are just like great, like leaders. It's just like, you know,
Feedback.
They're just very, you know, very convincing. You know, everything is, I don't know that, you know, obviously like Ronnie Van Zant had to be, you know, very convincing of his vision and idea to the band, but then it's also to the audience, you know, so like the band believes in them and the audience believes in them, and it's like that's powerful.
Like one of the things we've been doing polls on our Instagram stories, so like we had like an actors one and like a band and musician one and all that, and the thing that interested me the most was like the actor was Clint Eastwood and the band was, or musician in general, was Leonard Skinner. And I started thinking about it and I was like, it's like the same thing. Like they're really similar because they appeal to like middle America entertainment, kick-ass guitars, Clint Eastwood, two guns, shooting people on the ground, but also people like, you know, high art coastal elite people will be like, there's subtext to it, you know? So that shit fascinates me because, you know, there are acts that like encompass the entire range of what people are looking for in art, you know?
Yeah.
It's a cool, it's also profoundly American.
100%.
You know, like there's not another place. So you're growing up in Richmond, Virginia. When did you leave there?
February 2021.
Oh, so you like started like as an adult there too.
Oh yeah. I've been down here for almost 4 years.
Okay. So what's the scene in Richmond, Virginia about? Like what's that like?
Richmond's got a cool scene. I don't know. I'm not too hip to what it's like or how it's become in the past like 4 years, but I mean, like really trying to make a splash with. I had a band with my brother, like in my 20s, which actually my old man played bass for when we were getting our start. But coming up like with that band around town, like the music scene was just like thriving, and like you could go out and see like a kick-ass band like 7 nights a week. People wanted to go see music. People were partying. It was good. People were out all night. Like it was a cool scene, and a lot of like I feel like a lot of the venues that you could go see that at closed since like COVID.
Yeah, it's the same in DC.
Yeah, that's the same in Athens, Georgia. It's
like all the spots like I feel like aren't there anymore, you know, from the 2020 mark. So it's like you know, that I know that has a lot to do with it, and then people's minds changed since then too. You know, it's like this has changed how people, I don't know, go out, spend money, what's late now. I mean, shit. I'd love getting to bed by 9 now.
It's awesome.
Oh my god! Whenever I agree to go do something,
always wanted to be
and then
done.
that day comes, I go fuck.
Like, checking the time, like, well, this was fun, but it's time to go.
You know. How old are you?
34.
Okay, so I'm 29, and when I grew up like in DC, you know, I was like in the punk thing. We had like a third wave of it. And we were like, this is the shit. And I never heard about Richmond in any capacity. But also I wasn't listening to like Southern rock or Americana live. It was all punk, like skate shit. Were you guys like traveling to DC to see shit, or was it like a small encompassed scene in Richmond itself?
I definitely drove up to go see some shows at like 9:30, and trying to think where else.
Like Black Cat shit?
What's that?
The Black Cat? Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Most of the places again are fucking closed.
I mean,
Uh,
like DC, I've played like Hamilton live, all the spots on the wharf, Pearl Street, Union Stage.
yeah,
Uh,
dude. So I left DC in 2018. No, 2014. That was a lie. And the last time, or one of the last times I was there, I went down to that waterfront.
yeah,
I was just like, "What in the fuck is this?" Like, this was nothing.
right. That
This
just
is
kind of like exploded, right?
dude, it's entirely concocted. Like it didn't exist.
Yeah,
There was nothing there. And then I'm walking down, I'm like, this is a whole fucking town.
It just came up.
Yeah, dude, and like the anthems down there, which is where a lot like Charlie Crockett, whenever he goes to DC, plays the fucking anthem.
All right.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
got
nice
your
shirt.
shirt.
love Charlie. We just saw him on my birthday. I was out in Idaho, and he played the whatever it was, a Soldier Field or something. It's like an old prison venue, like
Okay.
4,000 cap. He played on my birthday, and we had the day off. I was like, we're gone.
Right. I mean, he's a great show. Like,
I mean, shit. I've seen him almost every like kind of step along his path.
yeah.
I saw him open for BJ Barham in Richmond from American Aquarium solo to like a few people.
Oh
Like,
yeah, he
nobody
keeps
knew.
getting better. The first time I saw him was like 2018, and every time I'm like, this is better. This is better. It was good before, but it's just constantly
Yeah,
evolving, And I think that's I don't know. I'm not a musician, but I think as a musician, it's probably a
every
hard
show
thing.
was like definitely evolving. The band, songs. I mean, every time I was like blown away even more.
So, do you not like steal shit, but like get inspired by seeing other people play and try and morph it into your act?
Yeah, 100%.
It seems, I mean, it's not stealing. It's just,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love. I mean, I love going to see music, but in the back of my mind, it's always like doing some homework,
Right.
just trying to see what works or like what moved me, and like how can I do that, from my point of view.
Right.
yeah, to me, like with live shows, I'm a big like Grateful Dead guy, right? And so,
I went
it's
I went down a rabbit hole when I was like, I think it took me until I was like 20 to
like to
get
get,
Find the Dead.
for it to click, and
oh, me too.
it was that is it 76, the Dead Set double disc album that like did it for me.
One in there.
No, that's 72.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
also Skull and Roses in there and a couple others, but it's not that one.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, it's
Man,
weird.
dude, once that shit clicked, I went down rabbit hole. I mean, I was full, couldn't get enough Dead, learning like the whole catalog. Yeah, I mean, it's such a good vocabulary to learn as a musician.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's like a profoundly American band as well. Like everything they're doing is a different aspect of American music,
Yeah.
often morphed together. I also always find it interesting how people get into the Dead, like what makes it click. Like I had heard them and there was shit I liked. Then I was at an open mic night with my buddy and he was playing. This was like 2019, and this lady who was also his drug dealer at the time did Sugaree. And for some reason, this drug dealer hippie lady doing Sugaree,
That's
I
what
was
did it
like,
for
wait a fucking second.
Dude, that was one of the songs that did it for me too, man. Of course, I knew like the ones like everyone kind of knew, but it was like the Sugaree off that album. I was like, what is this? I was like, this is awesome. I don't know. Yeah, that was a monumental song for me.
I don't know why. I think that one gets a lot of people for some reason, because it's not like one of the main cuts, but it's still around.
Yeah.
You're not listening to like Caution, Don't Step on the Tracks, being like, oh, I'm in.
Help
Bad
on
entry.
the Way, Slipknot, Terrible.
It's a horrible fucking entry point. Okay, so when you left Richmond to move to Florida, Was that a musical choice or a weather choice?
Or COVID,
It
or
was
just
it
life?
was a, it was a life choice, dude.
Yeah.
I had to get the fuck out of Richmond, and I just had to. I needed something new to spark something new, and I went down to visit my brother and ended up just staying. I just didn't take my flight home, and I was like, I'm gonna figure out a way to make this work.
Did you already love the South? Like, because there's something special about the South. I fell in love with Athens, Georgia when I was 18,
Oh, dude, I love
and
that.
I spent about 20 years there, and there's just nothing like it. Specifically Athens, but also specifically the South in general just has a certain magic to it. Did you already love that when you moved to Florida, or did you discover it there?
Yeah. Well, I feel yes, I love the South, and just I feel like I'm so far south. It's like New York again, or it's like,
That's good.
Yeah, my old Jewish grandma lived down there.
uh, but I mean, of course the weather's great, but I was just like, man, I wasn't playing music. I was doing tile and bathrooms for a buddy, and I was like, I just told my dad I'd go home, and like when I got back, I was gonna start working for the place he worked for, like being a lead for like deck builds and stuff. And I was just like, the main thing is I wasn't doing music, and I was just, it's just drinking and doing blow and just the same old shit. And I, had this trip planned. I was visiting my brother. We went to go see the Eagles, and I booked us a little acoustic show down there. And at the end, I just like crashed with them for a couple of days. And I was just like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go home. I think I'm gonna make this work. And his landlord at the time was like a big influence on that. He was an older guy. Um, he was like, "What are you going back up north for? It's February. It's freezing up there." He's like, "If you need some work, I got some stuff around the house. We'll figure it out. Crash with your bro." And
Oh man.
I just said, "Fuck it.
Yeah.
I gotta do this. I'm just gonna go back home and just do the same old shit." And it was the best decision of my life, which then led to the next best decision of my life, which was getting sober.
Okay. Yeah, I did that too. That was a big help.
Big help. Yeah, so I didn't move down to the sober capital of the world to get sober, but I just happened to land there,
Right.
and then later on, just personal choice.
You
To
got to
make
come by it naturally.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but anyway,
So
I love it down here. I've built a life I definitely love down here, and I mean, I love going home too off the road.
Sure.
Um, I like flying in or driving in and seeing palm trees and the sun out.
yeah, I mean it's shit and cold outside here right now, and it kind of bums me out for six
Where,
months.
where
Yeah.
are you guys?
Covington, Kentucky.
Which is
Oh,
basically Cincinnati.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's just across the river from Cincy.
I don't think I've definitely been there. I don't know
do you
why.
know? Have you played Southgate House in Newport?
I don't know. I know I've been there. I cannot remember why, but I
All
definitely.
right.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
I think it's my because it's on 75.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's a certain vortex around here.
because it's the thing with the most gas stations for a little while. uh, so you moved to Florida, then you ended up going off and having a solo career, obviously, uh, and recording an album. What
Yeah.
was that process like from deciding to stay there to actually getting the album done?
Well, I say I fucked off for like a year. I got a job down here. I was, having fun, enjoying the new, place, life, and then the day after my 32nd birthday, I was like, I'm gonna get sober, and I'm gonna make a record, and I'm just gonna go like full force with this, like just all in. So it took me from that point. It took me about a year of like getting in a lane, blinders on, head down,
Mhm. Yeah.
writing every day. I basically just started like working as much as I could and writing as much as I could. And then
Yeah.
to when probably a little over a year went by and I was sitting on like 30 songs trying to figure out my next step. And I just like snapped at work at fucking Home Depot. And I was just like, let me see what Dave Schools is doing if he wants to produce my record. So I just started making moves. I was like, I didn't even think about anything. From that point on, I just started like, I'm just like, yes, yes, do this. Like, and shit just started rolling.
How do you know Dave?
From Richmond. He's a Richmond native as well. And we met probably like 12 or 13 years ago. I was playing with some of his high school buddies at like a little river bar gig, and he came out and just to see us play. And I met him, you know, on our like set break or after or something. And so we met then, and then right before COVID, my brother and I's band did an EP with him. Um, we like just came back from a European tour, went straight in the studio with Dave, cut a few songs, and then basically by the time we were ready to like do something with it, COVID hit, the band imploded. We had like no money to do anything with it, so it kind of was just like a bummer, like an unfinished thing. So that was one of the main reasons why I like circled back.
Okay.
Went with Dave. I was like, we got some unfinished business. Let's go make something great.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, he's also in a pretty fucking good rock and roll band.
Yeah, this little band from Athens, Georgia, called Widespread Motherfucking Panic.
Yeah, I that was another one.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, yeah, he forgot. That's another. I like two jam bands, and it's the Dead and Widespread Panic.
I really like it.
I think
All the other ones can fuck off. Like I tried to like Fish and I just couldn't. I went to a show and everything, just didn't do it. But I mean, also Widespread is like clearly a rock and roll band in a lot of ways, you know.
Yeah.
And
they got the rock and roll, they got the swamp, they got the they got the Georgia thing. It's tough. It's good, it's good songs. They jam, but they rock too. It's fucking awesome.
yeah, I mean, there's like the Panic in the Streets, Tall Boy, is one of my favorite things anyone's ever put on record. Just because the whole time I'm like I'll be driving and I'll look down and I'll be like I'm going 95. Fuck. It's because the song, you know. And that's like what rock and roll does. You know, Sammy Hagar wrote a song called "I Can't Drive 55" about that exact phenomenon. When I was like 12, I saw that video on VH1, and I was like, "Oh, rock and roll is cool."
That's the thing.
But so you get in the studio with him. I'm always curious about people's production style, you know, because some producers are like real hands-on with it and like help craft the songs. Other ones are like just making sure it sounds good. What's the process look like with Dave at doing the production?
Abe's leans more to the making sure it sounds good.
Okay.
Making sure vibe is on. Word for word, he'll say, "I'm just listening for hangmans." But I mean, which is a big thing. I mean, he's listening for vibe. He's a great captain. I think of it as like I'm a construction guy. I mean, he's my GC. You know, like, I get the vision how I want to build the house. Like he's my GC, and like he brings it all together and makes it happen. Sees my vision and helps me achieve that.
Where'd you actually do the recording?
Richmond, Space Bomb.
Okay, so are you doing like a live band thing, or is it track by track?
No, dude, so I put my band together flew everyone in that wasn't already in Richmond, and we banged the record out in 9 straight days. Done.
Okay. So like a
we
lot of
did-
good rock and roll bands record live and
we
fast,
did-
I think.
We recorded. So it was core. It was 4 of us, the core 4. The only other folks I brought in were a couple background singers, and they were all from Richmond. But yeah, the core 4 of us, which Josh Schilling on keys, Stephen Campbell on bass, and Mark Henderson on drums. We were all in the same room, 10 feet or less from each other. Recorded everything on the floor, and we got done tracking, and we did 12 songs. We did 3 songs a day. So in 4 days, we were done. Like, we had our songs.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we just had like some vocal days where I did 6 songs one day, 6 songs another. I was also sick as fuck this whole time.
Oh, of course.
Sick as fuck. But I'll get back to that. But yeah, we did, like, if I record, I record everything on an electric guitar. So I went back and did like a couple acoustic things and like some slide. And then if Keys did organ on the floor, he went back and did piano, and vice versa. And other than that, some percussion and some background vocals, and it was done.
So why you were sick? You said you get back to it. I want you to get back to it
So
before I go somewhere else.
So right before we went into the studio, we went to St. Augustine for 3 nights of Panic for my brother's bachelor hang. So we did St. Augustine 3 nights. We like golfed all day, the 3 Panic shows. And I got home. I could feel something coming on like the last day and on the ride home. But I got home and I got some kind of whoop panic COVID doom there. And my girlfriend had just got back from a work trip or something, and she got home and she thought she had like the flu or something, and I had some kind of like COVID flu or some kind of thing. So I mean, I wasn't partying, or, it's not like I did a bunch of blow and got the
Right.
Colombian flu or something. So like we both got home and like gave each other this like double
Super
sick.
virus.
Yeah, super virus. And I was laid out for the next week, couldn't move. So was she.
Jeez.
So I was like laid out, and I'm like, I can't believe this. Before the week before the studio, so I like literally could not move, and like basically until the day I had to drive to Richmond, I went up a couple days early to get some shit together, and I like barely had enough energy just to get up there and do that. So I was like coming off this crazy week. I had like not felt like that, and by the time we got to the first day, I was fine. I wasn't going to get anybody sick by this point, but I was still like coming off of this and like
It takes a while to recover.
Yeah, didn't feel 100% right. And then we get there and it's March in Richmond and it's literally snowing pollen. It was like,
oh man,
like I know it gets bad and like shit gets covered in yellow but my allergies are real bad. And it was raining. I mean, it was raining pollen. So like on top of coming off of that, I get like all congested. I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna sing at the end of this fucking week? So that was just a lot. I got of course we kept rolling and I didn't.
But you did it, and it sounds good.
Yeah.
Congrats. That's
the greatest things come from when people are sick and shit like that. I'm like, no, they don't.
No. Thanks for the encouragement.
You're just trying to be nice. So
anyway,
you get that record done, and so it's your solo debut record, right? Yeah. Okay, I didn't miss something. So with a solo debut record, what does the plan look like to get it in front of people and have it like make a splash?
I mean, I've sent it to every industry folk I know and asked them to pass on to everybody I know. But I mean, I brought on a great PR team, which is why we're doing this.
Yeah, that is how that works.
It's great. You know, just like kind of put every penny I've had, you know, I have into, well, one, making the best record I could, but also in the release side, as far as, you know, radio promoters and PR and making sure I'm on top of, you know, the lovely social media. And I've got a couple, you know, industry friends that are in my corner and helping out. And yeah, just trying to get this thing to go as far as it can.
Does that aspect come naturally to you, or is that a big pain in the ass? You're like, no, I just wanted to make the art. I don't want to have to sell the art. Or is it like, well, this is part B of my plan?
Well, I've embraced it.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to, you know, despise like that whole side of it. But then, you know, then I senses I was like, well, if you want to do anything with this business, and
Right.
you
You don't have that luxury.
Yeah, no, fuck no.
Are you independent or do you have a label?
I'm independent.
Okay, so you like especially don't have that luxury.
No.
Yeah. I mean, with a PR company, at least like it's not entirely alone, you know, because we talk to a lot of people, like even like pretty big name people that do like it's like them and their wife, you know,
Right.
and they're doing all of it. And like a good example of that is John Moreland, right? But like he got to a point where it's kind of gonna be all right. You know, he's John Moreland. People are aware of him. But to get there without having like label money, even though label money is oftentimes smoke and mirrors and a bunch of strings and shit.
Right.
But they do put you in front of stuff sometimes if they care about you. It's hard for musicians to figure out how to go about actually telling people that they exist, you know? And like,
yeah, I've just got to be relentless.
yeah, like in marketing, basically the old rule, which I think doesn't apply anymore, is someone has to see something 3 to 5 times before they buy it.
Right.
I think it's more than that now because how much shit gets pushed at you.
Yeah.
You know, but
That's the other thing. It's like I used to really hate social media and, you know, overthink it and be like, you know, oh, you know, this is my post for the day, kind of like mentality. Now I'm like, shit's just fucking news. And like, who cares if you post fucking 15 times a day?
Yeah.
It's like, people probably still won't even fucking see it.
Right.
I mean,
it's just like a news outlet now. So I'm just like, all right, well, let me push this out. Yeah, like who cares? I'm just like kind of have to let go of any kind of overthinking.
Sure.
oh yeah, I always tell people, and this comes up when we deal with like artists that are on a label, especially, and have like a label style manager, you know, where I post a lot, doesn't fucking matter. You know, we have 250,000 followers or whatever. If I post something,
I love y'all's Instagram.
oh, thank you. But like literally, all I'm doing is I'm going and fucking.
Every time I open it up, I'm like, I always see something cool. It's like fucking, I don't even see it's y'all yet, but it's like Lowell George or fucking Waylon or fucking Billy Joe Shaver, or like some hot chicks on bikes. I'm just like, I'm hitting the like button before I even see it's y'all. And I'm like, oh,
Well, like
that's the idea.
that's the thing, you know. That's the trick. That like I post like 3-4 times a fucking day, different shit in that category. And then like if we deal with a musician, like I said, with like a manager and a label, I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna do this, and they'll be like, no, that's not. We have these things scheduled for these days, and it's like, hey, it doesn't fucking matter, guys. Like.
it doesn't.
We have more reach than you do, and we're not doing any of that shit. So maybe maybe just do it my way for once, you know? But I don't know, man. I think the big thing is, and I figured this out. I don't know, what year is it? Okay, I figured it out 3.5 years ago. Because it happened like right around my wedding. So I can always know. But I figured out how to trick people into following us and like liking our shit on Instagram. Because if you look at big companies that only post ad shoots, their engagement sucks.
Yeah.
Like we post ad shoots, but the ad shoots are cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like they look really fucking good. But also it's like, hey, last night I posted a video of Hoyt Axton and his band, and like the dude was playing slide guitar with a fucking bottle of Lone Star. Right?
Yeah.
That's the shit. People just want to see cool stuff.
Right.
And it applies to musicians too. You know, people just want to see cool shit. And then eventually they'll be like, hey, this is a lot of cool shit from the same source. Maybe I should look into that source.
Right. That seems to be the natural progression of it.
But they got to fucking see it so many times now.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
attention span is gone.
it can be very aggravating, but
As I'm sure you know.
yeah. But like as a
Yeah.
musician,
Yeah, this fucking song that probably cost me 20 grand. Hey, it's coming out, 2 fucking likes.
yeah.
Right.
Because if you try, people don't care too. That's the other thing. Whatever you try the hardest on is going to get the worst engagement. I don't know what that rule is, but
Is that the rule?
yeah, dude, it fucking happens every time.
Yeah.
This is brilliant. Everybody's gonna love this. And
Yeah.
then
If you
crickets.
put great effort into something, no one's gonna give a shit. If you post a picture of Jerry Reed smoking a fucking cigarette and playing cards, they're gonna fucking love it. You know? So I stopped giving a shit. Like,
Yeah, the spontaneous shit always seems to, like, the most natural spontaneous shit always seems to go the farthest or work the best. Or
I think it's subconscious to people in a lot of ways. You know,
Yeah.
they can tell that it wasn't like it's genuine.
yeah,
And a lot of the other shit you see on social media is not genuine. You know, it's like
It's just
whether it's a
that.
straight up lie or it's like really concocted for some end game, people can subconsciously tell. I don't know. But what as a musician, what ways do you utilize social media? Like what gets the best results for you when you're trying to tell people you exist?
just like just being like straight up honest, or like I mean, what I was just saying, like any kind of idea that I've had, or like, oh, I should do that, and just like do it real quick and like post that. That usually ends up being better than like, oh, the videographer I paid to get this show or this studio footage, and then put this song behind it and all that. That does it never does nearly as good as it's like the more like either vulnerable or like just like straight up authentic, or natural.
So like, would that be like you talking? Or like what does that look like? I'm trying to help other musicians who are trying to figure it out too right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the talking, I think the face visual talking thing can go a long way, but like I mean the post I had get the most engagement just like in the last couple of weeks is I was like at work at my day job, and I just like went by. I was like at the Home Depot where I called Dave, and I was just like, and I thought about it, and I was like, oh shit, that happened 1 year ago today.
Uh-huh.
I was like, well, that's a cool memory. So I just like literally took a fucking picture in front of Home Depot. I was like, year ago today, I was sitting right here, fucking bummed out and snapped, and like basically got things rolling with Dave, and like people love that shit.
That's awesome, though. Yeah.
And then I mean,
I'm like in a like fucking work shirt, like covered in dust, like fucking hair's pulled back, like it's just like literally this awful picture.
well, I
But a
think
great story.
people can also relate to that. Like a lot of people that listen to that genre of music
Right.
probably are also at Home Depot covered in dust.
Yeah.
You know, it's because like at this point, I think there's two different types of music. You know, there's like mass market music, and there's music that people like intensely connect with.
Yeah.
And unless you have the money to be like shoved in every TikTok, you have to be the fucking other one.
Right. Yeah.
You know? And a big aspect of that is playing live, I think too.
Yeah.
What does that look like for you? Like what kind of vibe are your live shows?
I mean, they've always been pretty energetic, I would say, like pretty rock and roll energetic. I leaned into I leaned into like just, all about the song of this record anyway. So like I have a couple more like singer songwriter, like straight up country soft, like there's a duet on the album. I've never done that before in my life. But like so now I like to think it's about the, listening experience and and all about the song. But I mean, it's a rowdy fucking time overall. But I
Yeah.
like to break it down. I like to break it down and stuff. There's got to be you got to bring it down to bring it back up. But I mean, it's a pretty high energy rock show, I'd say.
I mean, I think watching the way people structure their sets is always interesting, because if you see enough shows, you can start like tracking what's going on. And obviously, like if you've seen Dead and Company,
I
you
have.
know that then like, and I saw them out in Vegas with my dad, and like they did Dark Star into fucking Drums in Space. And I was like, hey man, this is gonna be a shit 50 minutes for you. 'Cause you're not, like,
Just heads up.
hey, this next hour you're not gonna dig because I know it's coming,
Comes in face is gonna hurt.
but you gotta let them do it because that's the order of the fucking thing, man.
You want to go to the Sphere at all?
Yeah, that was it. It was awesome.
Oh, cool. That was that show. Nice.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was right after the studio. I went on the road with Yarn for like 2 weeks, and when I got home, I was just like to my lady. I was just like, pack a backpack. We're going to Vegas.
It was super cool. Vegas sucks.
Just got back and you're
I
ready.
wanted to go see Dead and Co at the Sphere, and then I saw fucking Johnny Blue Skies was playing on the Sunday after the Dead's last show there was on the Saturday, and Sturgill was there on the Sunday. I was like, we're going for 2 days of both shows.
Oh, dude, this is a funny thing that I've been thinking about for about 2 days now. I posted a reel of Sturgill from like 11 years ago, right? And someone commented about how they don't like his live shows now because he acts like Elvis and shreds like Dickie Betts. And I was like, hey, that seems like the best possible thing anyone could do.
It seems like
You just described the best possible entertainer in the world.
I want that.
Yeah.
I thought you'd appreciate that.
What
Just
an
like,
ass
we
hat.
don't fucking want the best shit that could possibly be made. But man, I haven't seen Sturgill yet. I was going to at one point, but ended up being in LA when the show was in Nashville, so that didn't fucking work.
Yeah, it's hard.
But I feel I fucking want to.
Richmond shows, back in like the meta modern days, like 10 years ago. But I saw, I think in 2020 or 20, yeah, I guess it was 2020. He was on like the Willie's road tour with the bluegrass band. He just put out Bluegrass. That was sick. So I saw the bluegrass band. I guess it was technically the first time I saw him live, and then out in Vegas was the new old band. It's all the guys from that meta modern record era.
I mean, they seem to be doing a bunch of really cool shit right now, and like I have seen him. I saw him at Farm Aid. He played with Bob Weir and the Wolf Bros as a surprise. That was fucking dope.
Yeah, I love how he's tapped into the
dude, it's awesome. Like when they were in San Francisco this summer, and he came out and did Morning Dew with them. And it's like that's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
That was the shit. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's a good crossover, but it's also one that makes a lot of sense. I think if you're into like both of the bands, because a lot of people disregard the Dead as a hippie band, and it's like, no, it's originally an outlaw biker fucking band, but it's
Yeah.
also like it's not that really, and it's also like all the genres you like, they're playing at once,
Yeah.
you know, but you're writing it off because of the fans doing acid.
Right.
Very silly. But anyway, so now that you got this record coming out, which is January 23rd.
That January 23rd, I'm announcing the record.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So it's
and-
not coming out on January 23rd.
No.
I knew that we had to put it out after January 23rd. I
I
thought
knew that was a number that was
Yeah.
important.
So
okay.
January 23rd, I'll be releasing the title track and announcing that the record's coming. Record drops March 27th.
Okay. So it comes out March 27th. Not January 23rd when you're listening to this.
Right.
So what do you have support dates for that record coming up as well?
Yeah, are you touring a lot for it?
I will be. I'm working on those right now, actually.
So there will be support dates, and by the time this podcast comes out, you can probably go to your website, I imagine, and find those dates.
Yeah, that makes sense.
.com, baby.
I don't know. So you'll be supporting the record. Record will come out. What other cool shit you got coming up?
Trying to think in the near future, or as of when this will drop.
Either one, it doesn't matter.
What's cool?
Well, end of January, I'm doing a week in South Florida with the boys, which will be right after I announce the record and drop the title track. So that'll be cool. We're hitting Bonita Springs, Boca, Stewart, Key West. So that'll be rad.
That sounds fun.
Is Key West really weird?
Yeah, what's Key West like?
Sorry, I see it in movies a lot.
Yeah.
It's awesomely weird. It's great.
Like I can't get a handle on it.
I don't think anybody can.
That's part of its charm.
Anybody that does, I guess, probably just ends up staying there and living the life of Jimmy Buffett, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no clue what the fuck goes on.
If I move again, it's definitely going to be farther south, and it'll probably be to Key West, and I'll live out my, to quote Johnny Blue Skies, my Scooter Blues, Scooter Blues era, where I'm just say fuck it all and just live on an island.
Have you ever seen the
That's
movie
so nice.
Night Moves with Gene Hackman?
No, why have I not seen that?
It was big at the time. It's Arthur Penn made it, but he's like an LA detective who ends up in Key West, and it's just like some weird Key West shit. It's a good movie. I'd recommend it.
Put it on tonight.
It's fucking Gene Hackman. It's not gonna suck.
Right.
Okay, so you got those dates. You'll have other dates coming up that will be announced by the time this comes out. Anything else you want people to know about?
Tell your friends about Highway Junkie. Give me a spin. Come see a live show, and listen to the record all the way through. It's a story. It's definitely a story. So
I like that.
Would you call it a concept album?
I wouldn't say it's a concept album, but it just like naturally became that way. It was like all the songwriting and basically like my life post sobriety and moving to Florida and just love. I found love, and my girlfriend when we met, she was a single mother and had a 6-month-old, so like I became like a father figure.
Wow.
Become
Congrats.
Between like being a dad and really working my ass off all the time, and sobriety and stuff, like all this songwriting was like it was new for me to write about meaningful and deeper things. I mean, I was always just like writing about fucking chicks and blow, you know,
Right.
not really, and not thinking about it, and it was like, that's fun, but like, I always, felt like I had more to say, and it took some clearing up to get to that point. So not a total concept album, but it kind of morphed into that.
I mean,
I'm a highway junkie, baby.
records repeat people's like the songwriter's existence. Like everyone we talk to, when I ask them about that, they give like the same answer. Like it's not a concept album, but
it tells a
but
story.
it does tell a story of who I was.
Right.
Yeah.
So like that's what records are, man.
Yeah, either was or am, or this record is 100% fucking me. And I'm pumped to put it out. Like,
I just had like through that last question, I had a nuts deja vu moment, and I'm shocked because I was freaking. I was like, I think I dreamed this exact fucking thing.
like, oh fuck.
So I don't know what that was about, but thank you for coming on and talking to us.
All right.
We appreciate your time, man.
Thank you guys for having me, and hope to connect with you up y'all's way.
Yeah, come play the Southgate House. It's a great venue.
Cool.
Yeah, hang on one second.